Ladies and gents and everyone in between, welcome to PlayerTwoFirst.
I'm Player 2.
And I'm Player 1. Welcome everyone to the finale of Pokémon HeartGold here on PlayerTwoFirst's channel. We have one more battle to take on before we can call ourselves the true champion of the Johto region and the Kanto region. Now, before we get into this, there have been some changes to the team, so we should probably address those. Obviously, the grinding last time went super fast and everything, so...
So fast? It went really fast.
Went super fast for you guys. So, Merlin is now level 52. He's holding the Expert Belt, which will boost all of his attacks by 20% if they're super effective. Focus Blast, Psychic, Shadow Ball, Charge Beam, same moveset as before. Hothead is now going to be holding the Choice Scarf. Need him to outspeed some stuff, and there's no guarantee he's going to do it, so we want to make sure there's a guarantee he's going to do it. Earthquake, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Fire Punch. Now again, Choice Scarf boosts his speed, but means he can only pick one move per time he switches in. So we gotta watch out for that. Can't switch it up. Mailman is going to be holding the Pyapa Berry. We've seen him hold this before. It weakens a super effective Psychic type attack once throughout the battle. Dynamic Punch, Rock Climb, Strength, and Bullet Punch. He's level 54 now, so... couple levels there. You might have seen that throughout this Mount Silver. Mm-hmm. Gatry is going to be holding the Yachi Berry, which will weaken one super effective Ice type attack throughout the battle. So we've got to watch out for Ice type attacks. However, we are not trying to weaken a Grass or a Water type attack because we hope he doesn't have to take one. Because he's probably not going to take it even with the respective berry. So
yeah.
Ice Baby, it's only one time super effective, or two times normal super effective, as opposed to twice. So maybe there's a chance. Gonzo is going to be holding the Silk Scarf, which boosts normal type attacks by 1.2 times, in addition to him having adaptability and now having Tri-Attack. That is going to be our attack of choice no matter what in this battle if Gonzo is in. Unless we're trying to get a paralysis with Discharge. Otherwise, Tri-Attack is actually stronger against every single Pokemon of our opponents. And Melody will be holding the Leftovers. She has a new move Toxic on her so that she can wear down some opponents and additionally get some health back with the Leftovers. And otherwise her moveset is Surf, Waterfall, Toxic, and Ice Beam. And that's the squad. That's what we're looking at. And we've got one more battle.
It's the big one.
This is it. Now pick your lead carefully.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep. And it's on you.
Here we go!
Our opponent, Pokemon Trainer Red, champion of the Kanto region, is going to lead off with his Pikachu, level 88. Knows the moves Volt Tackle, Iron Tail, Quick Attack, and Thunderbolt, holding a Light Ball, meaning all of its, both its special attack and physical attack stats will be doubled. It has the ability Static, so if you hit it with a contact move, it is going to be able to paralyze you potentially.
Want to tell them a little bit about that starting strategy, Robert?
So what Dan did was switched into Hothead because Hothead has Motor Drive, so he baited out the Electric type attack to get the speed boost on Hothead. So now Hothead has the speed advantage over Pikachu for sure. Additionally, he might have it over the rest of his team as well. However, because of the Choice Scarf, locked in Earthquake.
You're right.
Now Pikachu's moves, besides Quick Attack, are all resisted by Hothead, but Quick Attack wouldn't do that much damage. So even from this range, it doesn't look like Quick Attack should kill. However, it might. And Pikachu may survive Hail here.
Rough.
And
I gotta...
You gotta click Earthquake. You outspeed it if he doesn't Quick Attack. But that's actually fine. Red has 4 full restores that he'll use, but he'll only use 1 per Pokemon. So this is actually a good one to bait out because we do get this huge damage off with Earthquake anyway. And it's a damage range whether or not he will survive the Earthquake, but it's a damage range whether or not he'll be able to survive Earthquake plus Hail. So we could actually get the one-hit kill here. We don't, unfortunately. And with this Hail damage, Quick Attack might kill you. So you could heal yourself, and then he'll Quick Attack, then you outspeed, he won't Quick Attack again, So he would Iron Tail,
Okay.
and then you'll actually be at a higher amount of HP. Because otherwise, you probably won't get this kill. Additionally, it will still take 2 turns of Hail, so even if he kills you and takes Hail, he'll still be alive, which we don't want.
Right.
Don't want Pikachu to still be alive.
No.
Once we want to see either Hothead and Pikachu die together, or just Pikachu.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. Whoa!
Did a lot.
That was so much.
It's a level 88.
In fact, it could take me out now.
Potentially, yes. It will still take 2 turns of Hail. Okay. Dan's making the wise choice here.
We got a bazillion.
Yeah, Dan's making the wise choice here, I think. Hothead is a valuable member of the team to keep alive because of the fact that even if he doesn't have the motor drive boost, he still is going to outspeed the rest of his team with the Choice Scarf. So, definitely worth keeping Hothead healthy and alive because these quick attacks can do more than we want them to.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I didn't expect quick attack to do that much.
Yeah.
It's not that strong of an attack.
No.
Fun fact.
36 levels, though. Hi.
Same base power as Bullet Punch.
Oh.
Yep.
I'm just gonna hold out.
Sure.
And he's not gonna use,
He shouldn't use another full restore on the same Pokemon.
yeah. And I mean, honestly, even if he does, that's so fine.
Yeah, this is the Pokemon we want him to use it on, because we know we can hit it down to this point.
Yep.
Now, at this point, we would expect him to go into his flying type.
Okay.
You know, that's what I expect.
Sure.
He doesn't necessarily know we're Choice Scarfed, but wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
So he's about to send in his Charizard. Charizard is level 84. It is Fire Flying type, so we actually can't touch it right now. Flare Blitz, Air Slash, Blast Burn, and Dragon Pulse are its moves. The ability Blaze, so if it's under a third health, it will get powered up Fire type attacks. Quad Weak to Rock.
Quad Weak to Rock, which only Gatry has.
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
Love to hear that.
It doesn't have anything super effective against Gatry. In fact, all of its moves besides Dragon Pulse are resisted.
All right. Let's get that Stone Edge in there.
So it goes for the Dragon Pulse. I expect this to do about 60 to 70%.
Good.
Yep. Connects the Stone Edge. 4 times super effective stab, 100 base power from a Pokemon with 130 base attack. I know we're a lot lower leveled, but Charizard should not. And it's a critical hit to boot. So Gatry coming in with the big kills here.
Ooh.
Coming in with the big kills. Getting 3,000 experience points from that. Hail continues to fall.
Man, what a terrible time to finish my water. It's already been so intense.
In is going to come to Lapras, level 80 with Blizzard, Brine, Psychic, and Body Slam. It has Shell Armor, so you cannot critical hit the Lapras. Water Ice type. Very bulky on the special side. Doesn't get hurt by the hail.
And do you think we can get a hit off with Hothead? A Thunder Punch?
We can get 1 Thunder Punch off with Hothead, yes. Because he's going to outspeed because of the Choice Scarf.
Mm-hmm. And then Melody.
If he paralyzes it.
What? If he paralyzes Melody?
If he paralyzes it, you can't Toxic it.
Oh, you're right. But I'm also less worried about it then.
Sure, because it's slower.
Yeah.
It has a chance to not attack every turn.
Right. So effective.
I mean, hey, that's damage.
Yeah.
All that is. All we need, just damage. So the way that I say it, and this is an interesting thing for a competitive standpoint, but just in general, Toxic is a really interesting move. So every turn it actually stacks how much damage it does. So it'll increase by another 1/6 of your health. So the first turn it does 6%.
Okay, I was like, wow.
First turn it does 6% of your health. The second turn it does 12%. The third turn it does 18%. The fourth turn it does 24%, 30%, etc. So if you do the math, you're looking at a total of 6 turns before you lose 100% of your health. because you do 6, 12, 18, 24, 30 is 90. And then that 36 at the end is the important one. Now we're trying to hopefully bait out him not to use his potion. Or his full restore on this Lapras. So by doing the damage with Thunder Punch in advance, it buys us maybe 1 to 2 free turns earlier, such that the Lapras will die from a greater amount of health. Because otherwise we'd be left at 10% after the 5th turn, and he would use his full restore. But because of this, he'll actually be left with closer to 25% and then die, as opposed to 10%, which means he may not use the full restore. Now,
So what you're telling me is not attack.
You can attack. Yeah.
Okay.
But you don't have anything great.
Well, right.
You're not going to do much.
Right.
Melody is also paralyzed, which means that her Marvel skill activated, so now her defense is higher.
Yes, but what special attacks does Lapras have that may bring Melody all the way down?
Nothing's going to bring Melody all the way down except for a crit psychic.
Crit psychic, and you're confident that even with hail, she won't go down?
Very.
Great.
I mean, a crit psychic, I can't guarantee.
Well, right. But let's see who needs help.
So Hothead's out.
Go ahead and revive Hothead.
Yeah, I would do that.
Can't hurt. Hothead.
Because he's got that choice scarf that can come in super clutch later.
Yep.
Potentially.
For sure.
So there's that psychic. Just don't want to see a crit.
Alright,
Got a
alright.
crit, and the hail will be fine. And the toxic's going to rack up slowly. And then after the leftovers brings us back to there. So that's totally irrelevant, just negates the damage from the hail. And we cannot survive another one. And Melody does have paralysis right now, which means that she is boosted physically defensive. She has a boosted physical defense. I don't know why I tried to make it things with adverbs. It was weird. And so Body Slam's actually doing less damage now that we have the paralysis, so using max potions makes sense over using full restores. So you can see how much less this Body Slam does than the last one did. And so she'll take the hail, but she'll get her leftovers back. So it's not chipping her down every turn at all. Actually, you may want to attack this turn.
Okay.
Because I think it would leave him with just a sliver.
Okay.
Surf is your best bet. It's not going to do much. Hopefully it does enough to put Toxic to kill.
Alright. Let's hope.
Looks like the Thunder Punch did not get the roll.
Alas.
So hopefully Surf will do it here. That might do it.
Wow.
That might do it. If it was getting hit by hail, it would for sure do it.
Yeah.
But here's the Toxic. If it puts him at like 1%, that's just unfortunate.
Oh!
I mean, I knew we needed that, because it was going to be just whatever Surf did higher than that, which is still range to heal. So now one option he knows he's going to full restore is just Toxic, straight up. Just know he's going to do it, and Toxic.
Yeah. And if he doesn't, then Lapras goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right. You are absolutely correct.
Withdrew
Whoa!
Lapras. Okay, so he's going to go
Bold!
straight on to Venusaur.
Oh,
that can't
makes
be toxic.
sense.
Venusaur, level 84, knows Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Sleep Powder, and Frenzy Plant. It will get buffeted by the hail every turn, but it can't be toxic. So Melody, our hard counter to Lapras, is not helpful against a Venusaur. And that's a great time to switch in Venusaur right there.
Yeah.
Venusaur is probably going to Giga Drain for getting its health back. One option would be Gatry.
Give it less health.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it'll
It
get back
doesn't
to
matter
full,
right now, but
don't give it a Pokemon that we want to hit it.
right.
And Gatry can't touch Venusaur. I mean, it can, but
Yeah.
it's too slow. There's only one more Pokemon that Gatry could be good against. That's why he has the Achi Berry, but we can potentially revive him before that, whenever the Lapras comes back in. Now, Melody does have a lot of use against Blastoise and Lapras, so...
I'm just trying to think, because none of these Pokemon are going to be able to do as much damage as their HP is left. And so whatever damage they do is going to be negated.
It's halved. Giga Drain only gives you half of what you do.
Okay. Okay.
Plus, that's not that much PP.
Is it just 5?
It's either 5 or 10.
Well, 10 is very different than 5.
Twice as many.
But that's a big difference.
But I think he should choose to use Sludge Bomb if it's equally neutral, because it's a stronger attack.
Okay.
On some of the Pokemon that are fully healed.
Okay. Like Alakazam.
Like Alakazam.
Like Merlin.
Like Merlin. Expert Belted Psychic is our best attack to use against a Venusaur.
Let's do it. Get the crit.
The crit, special defense drop, shenanigans.
You've still only seen one full restore, right?
Yep. So he didn't Giga Drain, which is actually great.
And surprising.
You're not going to survive it, though, but... So he's going to take a little bit of Hail. Now, I know this isn't the best place to use Hothead, but... Or,
get that fire in there.
What?
Get that fire in there.
You could Fire Punch. That's an option, for sure. You could also revive Merlin, which, with one more level of... one more Hail, will kill him with Psychic.
Okay.
So you Hothead... If he Giga Drains, that's unfortunate, but it's the least amount of HP he'll get back, and he's the least tempted to,
Okay.
I would say. And then the revive on Merlin means that even if he kills Merlin next time with a Giga Drain, he doesn't get that much back.
Sure.
So there's a Sludge Bomb, which is what we want to see.
All right.
Because he's going to take the Hail, and then Psychic plus Hail will kill, theoretically, because damage ranges, and I love them, from there. So Hothead could have still had some usefulness in this fight, but I think we can always revive him if we have to.
Mm-hmm.
So we know Merlin outspeeds. We know how much Psychic does, and it should kill from there. Expert Belt coming in clutch, 20%. That's like not a big number, but it does work.
It's enough.
Yeah. So that plus Hail will kill. Special defense drop's huge too, because if he does Giga Drain here and then full restore, special defense drop's incredibly helpful.
Mm-hmm.
But he does Sludge Bomb, which is great. And the Hail should finish off the Venusaur, which means we get a free switch, but we don't know what he's going into.
Right.
So we have a safe switch into something, but he also has a safe switch into something here.
Melody.
Good old Melody. He in clutch.
I would...
So he's got 2 water types and a normal type left. One of the water types is a water ice type. But pretty much dies.
Well, right.
So if he brings in the Lapras, and you go into Mailman or Gonzo, they both outspeed, they kill it straight up.
Mailman outspeeds up? Oh, well, Bullet Punch.
You have Bullet Punch. If he goes into either of the other two, Mailman's good against Lapras and the normal type. I don't know if I should not spoil it. I don't know. But not great against the water type at all.
Right.
And if he does go into the water type, you can't switch into Melody because she'll die to an attack.
Right. I mean, looks like Gonzo.
So Gonzo should outspeed all of his Pokemon. Potentially. Although maybe not the water type. So Gonzo's a good option if it outspeeds his water type, which I can't promise it does.
Yeah.
Melody is a good option except for the normal type, potentially. And Mailman is a good option except for the water type.
So 2 of them are good options except for the water type. And one of them...
The water type's a problem, is what I'm saying.
Well, yes.
Unless Melody's at full health. So the other thing is if he goes into anything, you can heal Melody.
Mm-hmm.
If he goes into the water type, what you do is you sack off whatever's in there, heal Melody, and go into Melody, and use her to start reviving everything.
In that case, Mailman seems to be the look.
Yeah.
Because if Lapras goes in, then I take out Lapras. If the water type goes in, I heal Melody.
And if the normal
type goes in, I have Mailman.
You have Mailman in there, which is what you want.
Yes. Perfect.
It's a logic puzzle.
Planning.
So he's going to send in the normal type Snorlax, level 82. No Shadow Ball, Crunch, Blizzard, and Giga Impact.
Ooh.
Thick Fat for its ability, so ice types and fire type moves are half damage. Now it has a much more bulky on the special side than the physical side.
No way.
That was a critical hit.
That was a oh!
It always confuses because it's Dynamic Punch.
Ah!
Hurts himself in confusion. And the hail will take him out from there. You feel
we're still looking at 3 full restores.
You feel it? Yep. We're still looking at 3 full. He shouldn't use more than 1 on a Pokemon, so we are looking kind of at 2.
Okay.
I don't know for sure if he'll use a second one on it.
Yeah.
But Lapras comes in, you Bullet Punch it.
And take the chance that he doesn't immediately use the full restore.
Yeah, I mean,
well, because worst.
No, Lapras comes in, you should Dynamic Punch it.
Okay.
Because if he doesn't full restore and he kills you, he dies. Anyway.
Yes. You're right.
And Lapras is coming in.
Yeah. So keep it.
So keep it. Yeah, stay in. Unless you want to go to Melody. She is in a range where she will survive a Psychic or a Body Slam.
Right.
So she can just straight
and
Toxic.
Exactly.
Immediately.
Yeah, I think that's the best idea. Yeah.
The thing is, Mailman's not useful against the Water type.
Yeah, you can always Bullet Punch.
Can always Bullet Punch.
You can always Bullet Punch.
Okay. Those Bullet Punch strats.
Bullet Punch strats.
So he's probably going to full restore here.
Also,
so
maybe with a weakened Melody, he'll be provoked to do something.
Potentially.
Probably not, but
So it's likely to full restore. You can just Toxic straight up.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the look.
I think that's the play. So there's the full restore.
Yeah.
So this Toxic, obviously, once again, is going to be 6 turns unless we can get it under 6 turns by doing 10% of its health at some point during this first 5 turns. We do get the Toxic off through the Paralysis. So now with the Hail, it makes a lot of sense for us to... Oh, wait, we had the leftovers, but it does make sense for us to heal at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Just to max
and
potion.
just wait. Just wait it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, so heal and then either heal Hothead after that or Surf to try to get that 10% damage that you need to get.
Right. Got the max potions, not getting rid of the paralysis.
Yep. We are up 3-2 right now.
What a battle. Don't say that, it'll hear you.
I didn't say that we're going to win. The Hail falls. We take that Psychic just fine. It did 60. So we can actually take a crit, even, if we have to. From this range is good. Depending on the damage range, we could take a crit and the Hail too.
Is Hothead paralyzed?
No, Hothead's...
Or sorry, is Hothead fainted or is Hothead
Hothead's
just...
fainted.
Okay. I don't know why I said paralyzed. I mean, I guess I know why I said paralyzed, but not at all what I meant.
So there's no reason to max revive Hothead or anything, because Hothead can only take 1 hit anyway from the water type.
Yeah.
So there's the Psychic, which we take just fine. Hail comes down. So at this point we heal, and then we'll be able to get probably 2 Surfs off over the next few turns, and that should allow us to get that 10% in.
That would be nice.
So that way it'll offset that damage so that we kill it a turn faster. And that is good for anyone who does play competitive to remember. Toxic by itself, if you do nothing and just switch around, takes 6 turns. But that 5th turn leaves it with just 10%. So if you can do U-turn, if you can do 10% of its damage, of its health and damage at some point during the first 5 turns, you get to kill it a turn earlier with Toxic. As long as it never switches out and resets it, and that changed everything. But that is something to remember. You know, I've seen people come back with a Pokemon that's Toxic in the late game that lives on 10%, and they need 1 more turn to get that last kill. Because 5 turns is a long time. You can do a lot with 5 turns.
For sure. Psychic. Oh,
That is the risk we run by having her be paralyzed.
that's okay.
But yep.
Not the end of the world.
Nope. I mean, it takes that one more turn. We do not get the 10% in, but if he heals it, that's fine. So that's that sliver that I'm talking about. That's the 10% right there that you live on. Now he might full restore. I've never seen him use a full restore on the same Pokemon twice.
I wouldn't be surprised since he has more full restores than Pokemon.
Yeah, that might be the other part of the AI there. Okay, there it is. So he does do it.
Shucks.
So yeah, maybe if he has more full restores than Pokemon. Or maybe he just will use full restores on the same Pokemon multiple times if
Maybe.
he has a good matchup. I have no idea what the AI thinks.
Who knows? But then one more now.
There's one more full restore.
There's one more. And we've shown that we can...
We can wait it out.
Exactly. We haven't switched to anything. Like, we're going to have to go to full restores in a minute, which means that
The paralysis
Melody
is gone, but takes more damage from Body Slam.
But then the more the Lapras body slams... What am I doing?
What are you doing?
The more the Lapras body slams, the higher chance we have to get paralyzed again.
The one thing we are really risking here is a special defense drop from the Psychic. Or a crit. That's like the thing I'm most worried about.
Sure.
As long as it doesn't get that special defense drop, or crit, there should be really no risk in doing this. Melody will be fine. And at this point, actually, because of the healing and everything, and because we didn't get fully paralyzed, we do have a chance to surf here to try to get that 10%. Last time we got fully paralyzed, of course, and the one turn we went for surf.
Yeah.
Statistics, man. I mean, we got the toxic off, and admittedly, that's more important.
Yes.
Not having an extra turn before we get the toxic off is huge. So, I'll take that. Leftovers are keeping us healthy. We do still have like 3, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So we got a little bit longer. We actually can finish
That's
off.
probably 6 turns.
Yeah, we can finish off this go of toxic if he doesn't use his last full restore here.
Yeah.
Now, I'm very surprised, to be honest, that he hasn't gotten the special defense drop at least once.
Yeah, stop saying that.
Like, it's statistics. It's
No, I know.
the same chance whether I say it or not. Which I'm not going to tell you,
Good.
but it's non-zero. I guess there's no proof. Did you guys?
I don't think I've ever... I don't think
You got
I've ever...
one with Alakazam.
When? Not recently.
I don't know.
I don't know if
I know you've gotten at least one with Alakazam though.
Are you sure?
I thought you got one with the Venusaur.
Because I don't think...
At the very end when it was like already gonna die.
Maybe? I didn't realize that Psychic did that.
That may not have been 10%. It might have been.
It wasn't before when he switched out.
Well, no, because you had already done damage with Thunder Punch, so you'd offset it by a turn anyway.
Right.
But you were trying to re-put it onto that timer so that you got that like extra little bit.
Sure.
It's close. It's very, very close here, whether this will kill or not.
Yeah.
It looks like it won't. That looks like more than 24% of his health.
Yeah.
It looks like 25% of his health.
24 and a half.
Yeah. 24.2.
Yeah.
That's all it takes though, is that 1 HP.
Yeah.
That's it, okay.
There it is. 23.9. That's so much.
Melody.
Melody.
And his final Pokemon. Red's final Pokemon is a Blastoise, level 84. Knows the moves Focus Blast, Hydro Cannon, Blizzard, and Flash Cannon. The ability is Torrent, so if it's a water type attack, if it's under a third health, water type attacks will get buffed. I would have stayed in and just gone for the Toxic, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Well, when Hoghead goes down, I can...
As long as you don't paralyze it.
Nah.
Again, if you paralyze it, then like other things have to be
That's so okay, yes.
Yeah.
Much more okay. Not so okay, just pretty okay.
It'll work. We can make it work. So there's the blizzard, which is 100% accurate because of the hail.
blizzard.
Yeah, it's going on outside
yeah.
us. Outside us? Ooh.
It's got a blizzard in my soul. It's hailing inside.
All right. Blastoise does get hit by the hail where Lapras did not. Now we do have a chance to Toxic here.
You're in charge, Melody.
Additionally, I think Gonzo should possibly outspeed, but I can't swear to that. It does have Focus Blast, which doesn't have great accuracy unless you're using it, but it does have the ability to one-shot Gonzo straight up. He does have one more full restore. We have done that damage and the hail damage to offset the toxic timer. So it's going to be harder to calculate exactly how long it's going to take. But you're probably looking at like 4 turns there of toxic plus just toxic and hail. And if that's the case, then I think you're going to be good on timing for like it won't get him to that red area where he'll heal.
So should I not attack or should I still
I would
go
say
ahead and
maybe not attack.
Okay. Just prepare for...
Yeah, so get Hothead alive again, just in case.
And Gatry would be so useful right now against this water type.
What you could do is, as this timer is ticking down, just heal your whole party.
I'm thinking.
And just have all 6 alive at the end of this.
Oh, there's the Focus Blast.
Lands it. That also has a chance to lower your special defense.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I actually forget that all the time because it like never does, because it never lands, so... You forget that it actually has another chance to lower your special defense too.
Yeah.
So it's looking like Hail plus Toxic going to bring him into the red there. So if you heal now, and then... Well, it doesn't matter at this point if you full restore or not. I would actually encourage you to. He doesn't have any physical attacks.
Oh, okay.
So then you don't have the paralysis to worry about.
Right.
And then next turn, Toxic.
Yeah.
Because again, what you'll be in the same situation where if he doesn't heal, you kill him. He dies to Toxic.
Yep.
If he does heal, then you get the Toxic off and get it a turn early.
Oh, yeah.
The Hail actually will do that 10% we need it to anyway, over the course of 5 turns. It'll actually do way more than that.
Okay. Cool. Oof.
So it does. I think it's going to bring you another red here. I think he's going to survive it, though. It's going to do 18%. Yeah. He does have one more full restore, so... have to assume he'll use it.
And we'll do the Toxic.
Yep.
Dun 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 dun.
Okay, Brittany.
Baby, can't you see? We're battling. I'm on like you. This has really strong attacks. It's dangerous.
I can impress how far you got with that.
I do what I can. The heal?
You could heal another party member or her if you wanted to. The other thing is, it's like not a big deal if she goes. It's not like the end of the world if she goes down.
Right.
So you could just speed along the process a little bit and just hit a surf.
Okay.
Because I think you can live a Focus Blast. It's also like not that accurate. So.
Does water resist ice?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything's resisted, so surf's the strongest.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would say waterfall if you were faster, because then you had the 20% chance to
Could flinch, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not. You're not faster.
Yeah. And it's gonna take me out.
I think Hail's gonna take you out here.
That's the problem, because the leftovers.
Come after the Hail.
Yeah, the leftovers are pretty much like exactly matched to the hail.
They do.
But
They do.
hail goes first.
They do exactly.
Distinctly. So
That will take you out. That's okay.
yeah.
Um,
Hothead. Gonzo.
Hothead's a good option. Gonzo to see if it outspeeds. Because if worst comes to worst, what you do is you just bring in Mailman and then heal Melody with a max revive and then
Sure.
just keep going.
So try Gonzo
So
first.
try
see if it
Gonzo, yeah.
outspeeds.
Because Gonzo hasn't had a chance to hit the field here and
That's true.
has
Try attack.
that's going to be super strong.
And we're not worried about paralysis because poison.
Nope. It outspeeds and hits a Focus Blast, so that's unfortunate.
Jeez.
Gonzo's not going to take that well.
No.
So at this point, I would go into Mailman
Okay.
and heal Melody with a max revive. Just bring her back and then start healing your team.
Yeah.
Just to make sure. We're just playing like the safety long game here. I want to make sure we win.
It's funny, I feel like I'm not battling, but just so much of this battle started before we entered the battle. We picked Toxic. We gave our Pokemon a move that would do so much for us when we're so otherwise ill-prepared for such a battle.
Yeah. And that's like the whole thing about competitive, and the reason that team building is so important when considering a competitive team, right? It's these little moves, these little techs, as we call them, that you put on specifically for the matchup you know you're going to go into. You think about the Pokemon that you're going to face. You think about, what you can do to prepare for it. And especially when we're at a 30 level plus disadvantage on every single one of our Pokemon, it becomes really difficult to how do I prepare for that? How do we win that fight? And Toxic does the same amount no matter wow.
I am also incredibly impressed. You know what that means?
Poke, 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 poke.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to. Until next time.
Ends the episode. Is it gonna do?
Oh, please.
Oh, critical. It's resisted.
You know what? Fine.
That's
Fine.
enough. He didn't heal.
Yeah,
Which I'm sort of surprised
couldn't.
by. Oh no,
That was it.
Yeah, yeah.
It was out. Used 2 on nope.
So you know what's funny?
What's funny?
Melody's the only one who gets experience from this.
Well, no.
Oh, Hothead.
Hothead's alive, but Hothead didn't go in.
I thought Hothead hit first.
Maybe.
I think Hothead hit a Thunder Punch and then we.
I love how that's how the battle ends, though. That is the end of the game, folks.
Yep, that's it.
That's how the game ends. Wow.
Oh, battle. Melody got 2 levels in this battle.
Yeah.
Nobody else got a level at all.
No.
So Melody MVP.
Absolutely.
Melody VP.
Melody VP. Wow.
Well. All right.
Huh.
That is the end of Pokemon HeartGold.
One of the things about Pokemon HeartGold, and honestly one of the reasons that at least I like it so much, and probably one of the reasons Robert likes it so much, is there are a lot of ways to finish the game. We got through the Elite Four and the credits rolled. When you can 100% the Pokédex if you want, and then you're like, all right, yeah, I did it, I finished. You've got Red if you fight the Elite Four again, and every time you ever do ever, credits. There are so many ways that you can stop, and so we decided that, we'd get through Kanto, we'd go fight Red, and then that'd be it. That'd be the end of our game. Now, that's not to say that there's not plenty more to do, and we will actually still be doing little bonus episodes here and there to introduce those things to you. But we thought that this would be a solid place to stop, where we've done our 8 badges, done the Elite Four, done our 8 extra badges, really, and go do almost the big spoiler of the game, where when the first time you ever played Gold or Silver and you got to Mount Silver and you were like, wait a second, that's me from last game. What?
That level 88 Pikachu is the highest level trainer Pokemon in any game that's ever been released. And it's fitting that it's Red's Pikachu is the highest level Pokemon you'd ever face. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for us especially, I think we may have rushed the ending a little bit. We may have come to this ending early. Now, I don't want to say we rushed it to feel like we rushed the end, but there's so much you can do after you finish the 16 badges that, going and facing Red is usually not the first thing somebody does.
No.
You're not like, okay, we got 16 badges, Red. Let's go face those level 80 Pokemon with our team that's barely in the 50s.
Personally, I always go right back to the Elite Four, who will then have level 60s or 70s Pokemon now that you've gone through the second region, and that's actually really good training then for Red.
And then you get a bunch of experience from that. Personally, you get a lot of experience for how do I battle with this team, whatever team you've crafted. It gets to finish up the movesets of Pokemon a lot of times. For instance, our In the last episode, our Gatry finally got his last move at level 57, right? So we needed to hit that point, which we actually rare candied it for 4 levels to do that, as opposed to going through the Elite Four, where we actually probably would have ended all with all of our Pokemon mid 60s.
Yeah.
There's other things you can do as well. This is the game in which you can rematch all the gym leaders. So that's an option to continue to get some grinding that's different. They all have different sets. They all have different, like, higher level Pokemon and 6 Pokemon each. And that's better than the Elite Four, in my opinion, because there's 16 of them, first off. And you can do one and heal and do one and heal as opposed to all at once. So it doesn't cost as much with, like, items and stuff. But we did want to make sure that our first series, 1, ended on a high note. Literally top of Mount Silver. Woo! And 2, we are ready to move on to our next series.
Yes.
I think both of us have gotten to the point where we are very, very content with what we've learned and what we've gained from this series. We started off, we actually watched our first couple episodes recently, and we're already, like, laughing at ourselves for how uncomfortable we seemed, how unnatural we seemed, how like, we weren't loud, we weren't excited, we weren't into it. And then
we didn't have we had a very younger setup.
Yeah.
We had our mics differently. You know, obviously me from the technical side, our camera was different. Our lens was different.
Yeah.
Our mics were different. I didn't really know how to use the software yet.
We actually switched software from my side as well on the computer. We went to a more high-end software that's going to give us better quality gameplay video as well. So there's a lot of things that have changed throughout this first series, and I encourage anybody to try, even if you don't post the videos, try sitting in front of a camera and, like, playing a game. It's a very different experience from just playing it. Super fun. Like, I love it.
For sure, absolutely.
I've been doing it for years at this point, and, you know, you've wanted to do it for years, and we tried it once before.
We did, yeah.
But we are ready to move on to our next series, so I kind of want to go into a little bit, not too much spoilers about it. It'll come out very, very soon. But want to go into a little bit about how this is going to work moving forward. So this is not the end of Pokemon HeartGold.
No.
This is not a game we are putting down and never picking back up again for the channel. There is a lot of content that we haven't gone through because we went straight to Red. So despite this being the end of the official series, the end of the like continuous 3 uploads a week of Pokemon HeartGold, we will be coming back to this every once in a while. We'll record a bonus episode for you guys and post it. And at the end of that's when it'll feel more like a whole series to conclusion. But don't expect that 3 times a week. Don't expect that to last long. That is when we get to those videos will get posted. They are extra content. They are bonus content that we think you guys will enjoy, and we want to also put into this cartridge. But it's not part of the main series. The main series has now concluded. We will be moving on to to our next series, our second series. And during the course of our second series, we hope to expand to 2 series simultaneously. So we will try to be having 4, I believe.
3.
Still 3 uploads a week? Okay, 3 uploads a week, but 2 different series. And we'll figure out the balance between those 2 as time goes along. We're going to start with just 1 and then make it into 2. And it's not the same game that we're, like, splitting anything. It's just, like, 2 different concurrent series.
Yep.
That is something we're going to do. Dan actually yesterday purchased new mics that you guys will see in the upcoming videos. So we're actually getting better equipment. I purchased an actual premium account on XSplit so that we have a better software. So we have all of the necessary equipment to make the series and the gameplay and the audio so much better that you guys are going to get a chance to see us grow. You've seen the channel get to this point, and I don't know if you want to add anything to that.
Yeah, I as Robert said, we're very excited that we have this new equipment where we've obviously learned a lot, and we're going to this new series. And we're very excited, really, really well prepared to bring you the best series that we can. But even more so than the fact that, you know, I've gotten new mics now, he's gotten a new recording software, and, like, the quality is going to continue stepping up every time we can. We both love Pokemon. We've both been playing it for a very long time, but I think I speak for both of us when I say that this next game has a really, really special place in both of our hearts. We're so unbelievably passionate about this game that's coming up, and I think that even more than any microphone, any recording implement at all is really going to bring this to life for you. I really hope it does.
Yeah.
And I hope that some of you are inspired to go learn about this world after we present it to you, because it really is one of my favorite fantasy worlds.
I think between the two of us, there isn't a single one game that we have combined to put more hours into. Like, I think overall I've put more hours into Pokemon than this series because of the amount that I stream it. But I don't think that any one Pokemon game has held my attention for as long as this one game has.
I'm not sure if I've played like a combination of all other video games as much time as I've played this game.
Yeah. So this is
I
going to be...
probably have, but it's close.
This is going to be a very different series. There's not going to be this player 1, player 2 dynamic. We are both experts in this game. And it's going to come off that way. So instead of me being the one who's just constantly explaining things, we'll go back and forth on that as we think of it, as things come up.
There are also a lot fewer stats to really keep track of. A lot of the stats that you could keep track of show up on your screen all the time, and you kind of just need to know them by playing the game anyway. So it's not going to be nearly as data intensive as all this was. It's a much more story knowledge based game.
And I think the story part of it is what's going to come out very differently than the Pokemon. Pokemon, at times we were actually skipping story to continue getting gameplay in, because story can feel like it's like a slog times. This game, the story is the point. So if you hate the sound of our voices, this may not be the channel for you.
Sorry. That said, stick around for a few episodes if you hate our voices
as they are
as
now.
They are. And I'm not referring to the mics, but we'll let you discover that.
Yes. So thank you everyone who's stuck with us from the beginning. Thank you everyone who's found us throughout the process and found the way into getting to the end of the series. There's a huge drop off in every series and everything as you're going through it. So to anyone who made it to this point and is still watching us sit on the end screen talking to you guys, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. This is something we want to do, and the passion to do it is there, but the reason to do it is for someone like you who's watching it.
Now, if you wouldn't mind just a little bit more, stick around. We're going to have a little bit of a teaser for the next series.
Yeah.
And until then, see you later.
Fellow kings and countrymen, attend to my words. As you no doubt have heard, Dayan has invaded Crimea and overrun her. Of course, Crimea is a Bjork nation. However, since the time of her founding, she has made every effort to engage the Laguz with honor and dignity. Never has this been more true than during the 30-year reign of good King Ramon. During this era, Gallia and Crimea initiated many ambitious cultural projects in an attempt to bring our divided people closer. Yet one man has always reviled our work, the Dayan King Ashnard. Why he took this recent course, however, I know not. Ashnard's actions are monstrous. His army has put much of Crimea to the sword. Her people live in terror. Her king lies dead. And now, the Dayan forces continue their ruinous march and cross the border into Laguz territory, into Gallia.